Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the absolutely fascinating reality of AI systems that don't just chat with you, but actually take control of your computer to do your chores. I mean, just imagine stepping away from your desk for a bit, and while you're gone, your computer autonomously books your flights, fills out those mind-numbing spreadsheets, and completely manages your online shopping, hopefully without accidentally buying, 100 toasters. It sounds like straight-up science fiction, right? But the crazy thing is, it's happening right now. We are in the middle of a massive leap in technology. We're finally moving from AI that merely generates text to AI that can interact with the exact same visual interfaces we do every single day. Let's kick things off with Section 1, Meet Your New Assistant. So, major tech companies have recently released these incredibly powerful computer-using agents. We're talking about models like OpenAI's Operator and Anthropic's Claude 3.5 Sonnet Beta, which are designed to interact directly with your screen. And Google is right there in the mix too, with Project Mariner, which is a web browsing assistant built on Gemini. What this means is that these agents can handle the mundane, repetitive chores we all face daily. It completely frees us up to do the actual important stuff. And look, if you're not a techie, this is a total game changer. You simply type a command in plain English, and the AI just takes over your browser. It'll compare prices, book your itinerary, and manage your cart all on its own. Moving on to Section 2, the paradigm shift. To really appreciate this, you have to understand how we used to do things. Traditional AI needed a coder to build special backdoor bridges, called APIs, just to talk to software. If a tool didn't have an API, automation stopped dead in its tracks. But native GUI control, that means the AI just looks at the screen exactly like a human does. That old technical barrier is completely gone. Essentially, if a software has a visual interface, these new AI models can learn to use it. Seriously. Even if it's a clunky 15-year-old legacy system or a totally locked-down vendor portal. No back-end access required whatsoever. The AI doesn't need to know a single thing about how the software is built under the hood. All right, Section 3, the screenshot action loop. Let's pull back the curtain on how this magic trick actually works. The AI operates on a continuous 4-step loop. First, it takes a screenshot. Next, it analyzes the buttons and text. Then, it calculates the exact pixel coordinates on a normalized 0 to 1000 grid. And finally, it executes the mouse click or keystroke. After that, it just takes a fresh screenshot to observe the result, and the whole cycle repeats until your task is finished. The AI basically translates its visual grounding into a limited but super powerful vocabulary of basic human actions. The newest updates even allow it to quote-unquote zoom in to read tiny text, like code line numbers or really small tabs that it wouldn't be able to resolve normally. Now, relying entirely on guessing pixels requires a massive amount of computing power, and it's pretty prone to misclicks. Imagine the AI accidentally clicking a giant banner ad instead of the save button. Not great. To fix this, the industry is moving toward a hybrid approach. The AI reads the underlying structural code of the web page right alongside the visual screenshot, so it gets the precise targeting of code combined with the visual fallback of human eyes. Which brings us to Section 4, the security threat. Handing over your mouse has some profound consequences. Here's the catch. Because the AI treats literally everything on your screen as input, a malicious website can actually trick your agent into executing dangerous commands without you ever noticing. Your AI reads the web page to find information for you, but it might accidentally read a hidden command left there by a hacker. So let's say your AI assistant encounters this hidden text while browsing, and you haven't set up the proper safeguards. It might just comply with the attacker and exfiltrate your private data right out from under you. The scary part is, the AI can't always tell the difference between your trusted instructions and the sketchy website's text. And recent research shows something pretty alarming. Against state-of-the-art defenses, adaptive prompt injection attacks succeed at a crazy high rate. We're looking at a staggering 84% success rate for executing malicious commands. This is absolutely a critical vulnerability that we have to take seriously. So how do we use this safely? Well, we absolutely must implement multi-factor human confirmations for any irreversible actions. Stuff like sending money, accepting legal terms, or deleting files, you need a human in the loop for that. You also definitely want to run these agents in isolated, sandboxed environments so they can never access your host system's core secrets. Finally, let's look at Section 5, the reality check and future. We need to ground ourselves in where this tech actually stands today versus the online hype. While OpenAI's agent scored highly in a lot of areas, it still only achieved a 38% success rate on the OS World benchmark for complex desktop workflows. What that tells us is that it's nowhere near ready to operate completely unsupervised across your entire computer. However, for constrained web-based tasks like the Web Voyager benchmark, OpenAI's operator boasts an impressive 87% success rate. That proves it is highly capable in standardized browser environments right now. For retrieving information and filling out standard forms, it's largely production-ready today. And this is a huge step up from older automated bots that literally break if a website button moves just 50 pixels to the left. Agentic AI uses cognitive flexibility. It doesn't blindly follow a rigid script. It actually pursues a goal, adapting to UI changes on the fly. So, as these agents rapidly mature from hitting 38% success rates to eventually reaching full reliability, we are left with a pretty provocative reality. The future of work isn't just about us using computers anymore. It's about managing the AI that uses them for us. The real question is, are you ready to be the manager of your own digital contractor?